All right, guys, we are up today. All right, guys. Yeah, CPI is tomorrow morning at 8:30. Uh, all right, we're here. Stock market broke its 3-day losing streak yesterday as it ended green. We'll see if we can get another green day today. Oh man, we're up. All right, let me drink some coffee, man. Remember, we bought Pfizer a couple days ago. Shout out to whoever told me to buy that because I was. I told him I thought it might be a good trade, and it was. We're now nicely green in our Moo account from that and a couple day trades. I don't know if caps are going to bounce today. We'll see. What's up, Michael? Let me know if you guys see anything cheap today. CPI does drop tomorrow, so all right, guys. So yeah, Tesla at 270s. Yeah, Tesla earnings are on the 19th, so it's in a week and a day from now. No, never heard of them. CT. All right, so Rivian does have some news. Let me see the news on Rivian. Rivian was granted U.S. patent 11699,820, which is for a battery module with bimetallic terminal bus bar and adaptable connector interface. So a patent uh, granted for Rivian here. I'll put this data up on the screen. Yeah, Amazon, Tesla, Green Day, first Green Day in About the last week. All right, so we are sitting in Pfizer. Pfizer ended up ripping up yesterday. I'm still sitting in it. I'm still green. My average is set 35.70, so we're actually pretty flat on the rest. We took some profit yesterday. And that's nice. We'll see if we continue. So the news moment, maybe. All right, let me get the music playing. Hold on. Yeah, CPI is tomorrow. It drops at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Hmm. Sorry, I just realized y'all couldn't hear the music. Hold on one second. Let me play the music. Let me know what you guys are watching today. Let me Rivian Bull or Bear. I don't know, man. Rivian's pulling back a little bit, but it's been on a crazy run. So if you look at Rivian here, here's the 5-day chart of Rivian. So Rivian's been on a crazy run. Started the 5-day week off of 17.9, 17.98 for its price. It's now at 25. So a huge percentage run for Rivian over the last 5 days or so. We'll see if we keep it up. Hey, what's up, Raz? I bought Nvidia. Hey, good luck. I hope you make some money, man. Bro, Walmart sells Rolexes. I gotta believe like some of these are fake, right? The only good thing is the return policy. Yeah, so apparently Walmart is in the vintage watch market. How do you think the rebalancing of NASDAQ will affect the broader market? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait. Most of Rivn sub 20. Yeah, you're in a good spot then. Yeah, for sure. It's strange. Bro, be capping Walmart and Rolex. Bro, I'm looking at them right now, dude. Again, I don't know how legit these are. But, like, look at this. The question, though, like, okay, like, let's be honest here about this, right? The question is, if I buy one from Rolex, if I buy a Rolex from Walmart, I mean, if it's fake, what do they do? Right? Like, if that's the big question, because it's like, they can't verify it. It says it's authenticated quality collector, but like, if it's fake, that's what happens then. Do they deny that it's fake and just be like, yep, you're stuck with it? Is probably what a lot of businesses would do. Yeah. I tried to get a new one. It wasn't easy. They're doing what Popeye's Chicken did with the chicken sandwich. They're reducing their supply to make them more desired. 100% what Rolex has been doing. How would a person know they're fake? Well, you got to bring it to a specialist for sure. Lucid. Yeah, let's see what Lucid's doing. I'm in Pfizer right now. Pulled back a little bit, but we took profit into the big bounce. Lucid ripping up on this big EV hype that we've had over the last few days. Rivn is up a lot. It's at 25.50s. We'll see if that holds. Yeah, I mean, I would hope they would be, Charles, but you just never know, man. All right, guys. So Jim Cramer says the Ford Lightning is better than the Cybertruck. Do y'all agree with that? Again, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm probably not going to buy one either, but I'm just looking at them. Bro, what a ridiculous statement. Tim Sykes makes a post at 1 a.m. saying, "Who's still up studying or grinding away while most people are fast asleep?" It's like, bro, if you stay up late, it doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. Most people that stay up late are just out here effing off, bro. Like they're out here doing blow and stuff. Like, the fact that he correlates staying up late with success is silly. You know, most successful people actually go to bed early. Like, let's just be real here for a second. Most successful people actually are asleep by like 9. You know. Yeah, I don't trust Jim either. Bro, the Cybertruck, I like the Cybertruck. People hate on it, but I really do like it. You know, typically I think they do, but I'm not sure. CT. Has Jim driven a Cybertruck? I think not. It's Kramer, a dinosaur. Mixed feelings on the Cybertruck. Again, I think the Cybertruck's going to break records, bro. I really do. I've said this many times over the last few years, and I'll say it again, but the Cybertruck's going to break records. And again, I'll explain why. Is that previously, over the last few years, Teslas had been a status symbol, but at this point, they might be a little bit saturated. Everybody has a Tesla. Everybody's driving a Tesla. And so it's not the biggest status symbol in the world right now because everybody kind of has one. And so what makes something a status symbol is it makes it pop. People look at it like it turns heads, right? And regardless of whether you think the Cybertruck is ugly or not, it does turn heads. I don't think that's questionable. And so because of that, I think it's going to break sales records. And I think it's bulletproof. It's fast. It has great towing capacity. I think all of those things are going to make it break sales records, probably. And Tesla stock will probably rip up. The question just is, when does it come out? Like, when is the Cybertruck going to go live? Yeah. And so, again, that's my argument on why the Tesla Cybertruck will break sales records. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. I don't know. And we do got a CPI coming out tomorrow, too. All right, team. We got a nice little green day. One of the things I was noticing here is that Mumu actually shows me my results. Like, it shows me my profit graph. That's actually kind of nice. Let me see. Where can I show simple return? I know it had a calendar. Like, it was actually a calendar that it showed me, too. Let me see. Oh, there it is. That's not too bad. We're still grinding on the Mumu account. We're green on it, though. We are nicely green. So I'll put the EMA. I want to put the EMA and the VWAP up. There's the VWAP and EMA. These are the ones that I watch the closest. We did have a pretty good day. Yeah, 1.7 million pre-orders. Now, I don't know if that signals actual orders, but I think tons of people want it. Is the NFT market very good anymore? Elon waiting for them software margins to go up so he can sell the Cybertruck at a cheaper price and lower margin? Maybe. But I think people have been waiting on it so long they're going to buy it just so they can turn heads with it, to be honest. I think that's probably going to happen. Again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. If you guys have any low PE stocks to watch, let me know. I'm looking at some stuff here. We did have a pretty good day yesterday. Doing a couple different things. I made money in that one yesterday. And that one too. 441. Got it. Okay. All right, good. We're a third of the way there on that one. Big bull season. Yeah, honestly, I'm excited, man. I'd love to see a Cybertruck on the road in the UK, but I doubt I ever will. Oh, you will for sure. It just might take some time. Is crypto going to dump soon? I don't know. What is crypto? We're looking at Alcoa again. What's up, Ricky? Beat Rivn numbers. Big bull season. Yeah, earnings coming out this week. Again, let me know if you guys see anything else too. I'm looking for some low PE companies. That's something I've been definitely looking for. All right, we are ready, sitting tight, watching Apple, Tesla. See if we get some good stuff to get into. We're in Pfizer today. We are green on the day today, but less green than we were yesterday. Let's put the EMA and the VWAP up here. Again, here's Rivn. Rivn did pull back on this news. They were granted a patent. Lucid still up decently today. What's the symbol? Con? I forgot what day it is. It's Tuesday. this STEM. It's a penny stock. I don't know what this one's doing. We can look at a 5-day chart. 5-day chart's green. Yearly chart's horrible. It's bad. Yeah, the yearly chart's not looking good. It's up on the last 5 days, though, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, the yearly chart's looking rough. It's an AI software company. Happy days. PayPal is cheap. It's up on the week. It's down at 69s. Here's a daily chart. It's just had a rough couple years, man, for PayPal. It's been dropping basically. But again, PayPal is one of those stocks that it's not low enough. I was buying this one in the 50s in June, remember? And so it's not low enough anymore. It's been pushing up too much. Like you can see the last couple moves. And so it's just not cheap enough for me to want to buy it right now. It's still pretty high. Like it's gone from 58s all the way to almost 70 in the last couple months. Since May, since June, basically, it's gone from $60 to 70. That's a pretty big percentage gain over the last month. It's just too much for me to think it's cheap anymore. Maybe long term it's still okay, but still. Pfizer still looks good, I think. And again, I can look at like Walgreens and Walmart and see what we got on those. Walgreens has been popping up too. Could have held Walgreens a little bit more. Walmart's up too much on the year. I still think Pfizer's probably pretty good. I think Pfizer's pretty cheap. I might add a little bit more, but we'll give it some time too. We're nicely green on Moomoo, so we've had a nice little gain in return this month. Any other low PE companies? Let me take a look here. We're going to start looking at some stuff. What about Ford? Ford's up too much. Let me pull up Chat GPT here and Bing. All right, so we're gonna do AI search in Bing. I want you to list top 10 large blue chip companies that are well known with PE ratios below 27. All right, so we're going to get the top 10 large blue chip companies that are well known with PE ratios below 27. Let's see what it gives us. Walmart, Chevron, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Goldman Sachs. The only problem with Goldman Sachs is if they start to struggle, that's 7. General Motors. See, I couldn't invest in GM though. I think Coca-Cola is probably going to be fun. And Coca-Cola is pulling back a little bit too, so it might be time to buy that dip. It's at 59, but again, it's not down a ton. What about Chevron? Chevron down at 150. Chevron's been pulling back for a minute now. What do y'all think oil will do? The only risk of buying a big position now is from CPI. Hey, what's up, Chris? Good morning. I'm gonna wait for earnings season B10 and see if they get some cheap stocks to buy then. That's something I'm definitely doing. It's just waiting for earnings season now and then looking to buy up some cheap stuff. Is probably what I'm gonna keep doing. All right, guys. So again, with PayPal, we do have a move up here. We're still looking at like Rivn. Roku, I don't trust as a business model. You know, maybe I'm a little bit. Maybe my thinking's outdated. I don't know, but Roku, I don't trust as a business model. Again, I think the risks for Roku are that the businesses just create their own software and just do it themselves, and Roku eventually phases out. I think is one of the risks. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I think that's definitely one of the risks. Create their own software. We're going to do a poll here today. Do AI stocks hold their gains during this upcoming earnings season? Yes or no? Do AI stocks hold their gains during this upcoming earnings season? Vote on that poll. Poll is now live, guys. Let me know what you guys think. UPSD Upstart has another one. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Thoughts on banking earnings this Friday? The stress test was successful. Yeah. Banks will be interesting. What's JP Morgan's PE ratio? What's JP Morgan's PE? So here's JP Morgan. They've got a earnings call scheduled in 3 days. This will be big too. They currently have a PE ratio of 10. 10? But they're up so much is the problem. I mean, they do have a PE ratio of 10. I might wait for a pullback, though. We'll see what they do during earnings. The poll is completely split, and with about 20 votes, 50-50. Vote on the poll. Let us know what you guys think. If it was that easy, it would have happened by now. Reasonable argument for sure, Chris. Again, one of the things I'm judging it for as well is its long-term trend for Roku. You know, like Roku, I think over time these businesses are already doing it. You know, I think over time, like a lot of these companies are already doing what I'm saying, which is that they're creating their own version of it. I think if you look at the long-term chart of Roku, you know, there's some very big vulnerabilities in that regard. Like look at Roku right here. So here's Roku on the left, right? We're going to put it on the left. If you look at a daily chart, it's one thing. It's still not good, right? Like here's the daily chart. So this is the last year. It's gone since 2021. It's gone from 490s all the way down to $67 a share. I think that's some risk. And again, I think it's telling of the overall sentiment regarding these companies is that, again, it's not really anything super unique that they offer. When it comes to paying licensing fees, they're probably the companies are already opting to create their own software. Like point is, I haven't used Roku in a long time. I haven't used Roku at all lately. And I think that a lot of these companies are not using them anymore. And I think that over time, we're going to see Roku become less and less prevalent as hardware specifically becomes less and less needed for this type of stuff. I think over time, you don't need hardware as much. You need software, right? And so I think over time, hardware is going to become less and less useful. And hardware has been a big part of Roku's business. And I think over time, you see software starting to become more common. And I think you see Roku stock dropping. And I think that's what we've seen already. Now, maybe I'm wrong here. Again, maybe I don't understand it. That's certainly possible. But, you know, I think it's risky. Yeah, but Netflix has hundreds of millions of subscribers that pay it. It's a subscription service. Roku, the actual business model is hard to monetize in the first place, as well as the other points that I just made. I just think it's risky. I have Fubo. I do use Fubo. I don't see how you couldn't be bullish on AI Well, it's not that I'm not bullish on it. I think AI is groundbreaking and game changing for technology, of course. I think anybody that looks at it objectively, and again, I've been saying this for a year plus now, and I don't know if you guys remember, I used to have some haters. Like, I used to have some haters. I would say, hey, AI is going to change things for sure. And they would say, oh, AI was a buzzword. You know, AI is not good. AI is not good. We've had AI technology for 10 years, they said. And again, I think now it's not even arguable. I think you got to look at it now and just kind of see that I was right there. And like, AI has fundamentally changed everything. The question now is not whether I'm bullish on AI. The question is, does the market correct a little bit? Because I think it's going to take some time to really see that big influence on a profit level for these companies. And I think that means that we could see some corrections in some of these AI stocks. I hope not. I mean, honestly, I do hope we correct, because I'll buy the dip very easily. We'll buy the dip if we get a big enough pullback. But I think I think I'm bullish in AI overall, but I do think there's a chance that we see a correction during this next earnings season. What do you guys think? Let me know. Looking at the poll numbers, again, 51-49. 51% think yes, they do hold their gains. So now it's pivoting back. So now 51% say no. So we're very close on the poll vote, if you can. Did you mention how you feel about DraftKings? I like DraftKings as a company, but I think it's also an unpredictable stock. So, like, I like DraftKings as a company overall, but I think it's unpredictable. But it has appreciated like 100% in the last year, I think. If I remember, I remember this thing being at like 14s and 15s. Yeah, so this thing has gone up over 100% since December. So it's up a little bit too much for me short term, but if we get a good pullback, I could buy the dip. But it's up a little bit too much for me short term for me to be interested in scooping some up. Yeah, again, I'm going to look at CPI to see if we get some pullbacks. I'm going to look at earnings to see if we get some pullbacks. And that's just kind of what I do, and we'll see if it works. Would you hold Google and Amazon long term? Yes. Yes, I would. Those are obviously healthy companies. You know, their PE ratios are a little high, but it's nothing like some of these AI stocks lately. And those are obviously well-established, very, very profitable, famous behemoth companies that make so much money. I think they're obvious long-term holds, especially with Google getting into AI and everything like that. I think they're fine. Yeah, all good, Pawn. No worries, bro. Today is less economic data today. Tomorrow, the big day starts. So again, there's Roku. Look at that Disney. We are up a little bit on our Disney swing trade that we've been in now. Yeah, I see Raphael talking about this one again this morning. Hey, bro, I know you were kind of trolling me, but like, again, you know me, bro. I constantly tell you, on you if you decide to hold this. Again, completely on you. Basically, I don't want to get chewed out every day because Disney's gapping down or whatever it is. Like, again, I think if you hold this thing long enough, I'm probably going to make money. I'm already up on my trade, number one. So I'm already green on the trade that I'm in on Disney. My average on Disney on TOS right now is 87.94 is my average on TOS for Disney. And Disney's currently at about 88.25. So we're green on this one too. And we'll see if we keep it up. But green on Disney. Gold is green today, and we're still sitting on gold. It's kind of a hedge long term and get some stuff. We got consumer sentiment. Yeah, nothing today, though. Nothing really big. We got the NFIB consumer sentiment sometime today, but that's not a huge market mover at all. It's just not super relevant. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow we got CPI, of course. Thursday we got PPI, jobless claims. Friday we got consumer sentiment data and bank earnings, and then that sparks off earnings season with next week Tesla, more bank earnings, Target, I think, and a couple other ones. I think one of the interesting ones ahead of earnings is Target. I think if it drops enough, it might be a good dip buy, but maybe not. I don't know. What about Upstart? Upstart's a company that I don't know well enough to really speak on. like that. Again, I don't know. None of these I guarantee you to make money. Of course, nobody can. I do not know what any of these are going to do. I might be wildly wrong. They might just crash down for all I know. I really have no idea. But Upstart's one of those companies that, like, I know it's a larger cap stock, but I just don't know about it enough to make any predictions. Like, I know Roku, like I know DraftKings, I know Spy, I know Disney, I know Tesla. I just don't know those companies long term. Yeah, bank earnings are super interesting for sure to watch. Should I sell my Rivian position before Tesla reports earnings on the 19th? I have no idea, Raphael. What I will say is, again, I really don't know. I think Rivian is one of the closest competitors to Tesla. I mean, it's still light years away from like doing the production that they're currently doing, but it's got a big following and it's up a lot. And I've actually seen Rivian trucks. Like some people in my neighborhood have them, and they're pretty. I won't lie, they're cool looking trucks. But the real question is, what does this do long term? Really rough looking daily chart. And earnings might, again, I don't know what Rivian's going to do long term. Good luck. They're up a ton. Again, you look at a 5-day chart, it's a pretty big percentage gain here. So, hey, what's up, Tyler? Rocket Labs, I believe, are the app maker. Aren't they an app maker? They do some type of software, right? AI stocks ripping. Yeah. Yeah, Roku's still heavily used for sure. They also produce TVs too. So I'm not hating on their usage numbers. What I'm worried about is long-term holding. But again, and like I said, there could be some parts to it. I don't know. Thoughts on space? I don't like space at all. I think space is incredibly risky. The space industry as a whole is incredibly expensive. The margins aren't going to be that good. I think they're light years away from actually like making any type of reasonable money with what they're doing in a sustainable way. And I think it's incredibly risky and expensive. I think billionaires sometimes have too much money, and I think SPCE is a bright example of that. But maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe it's some great business that I just don't understand. Again, that's certainly possible too. I don't know. I'm just biased against them. PE for BX is over 100. Yeah, I don't want that then. It's too high. Well, again, we'll see what happens after earnings season, after CPI tomorrow. CPI tomorrow might drop some stuff. Earnings season we might scoop up some dips. What's your thoughts on Roblox? I think Roblox is a big enough company to be okay. But I think they've been around $40 for a while. I wouldn't necessarily consider them cheap here either. But I don't know, Keep an eye on Apple as it works to fill the gap at 190. KeyBank upgraded it from 180 to 200, and now another company just announced they're producing iPhones for Apple. Yeah, I mean, Apple's an obviously good long-term company. What's the PE of Apple right now? Apple's just up a lot, though. That's the problem. Let me see. What is the PE of Apple? Let's take a look. Apple PE is currently 31. So it's not actually super like high. It's not low, but it's not high either for Apple. So yeah, space flights are going to be hard to make money. I mean, I know Starlink, but even then, I think there's a reason Starlink isn't public, and I think I'm not going to fund that. I'm too skeptical about the potential long-term viability of it to fund that and buy the stock for space. Again, one thing that you'll see, a very common pattern, is that the stocks that are pandering the most to like young retail traders and like short squeezes and crazy parabolic activity are usually the riskiest stocks because they desperately need funding, right? They know like experienced investors are not just going to easily hand over their money regarding buying their stock. And so in turn, they end up like mass pushing towards like young, naive retail traders and trying to talk them into buying the stock because it's really risky. Most long-term traders are going to take a step back and be like, yo, space is too expensive, or space is just risky. It's a risky business endeavor. And so we're not going to buy the stock. But like young retail naive traders are more likely to get talked into like thinking it's some super great company that's going to show this shining success and income. And I think that's very questionable for space. Very questionable overall. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just brings in money. I don't know. What do you guys think of it? Yeah, WD-40 does have a stock. I'm not going to buy it, of course, because, you know, I don't know if that... I don't know. It's a $200 stock too. I wonder what the float is there. Fubo. Yeah, Fubo. Yeah, compared to Nvidia and Tesla, it's good. Do you like Celsius, the drinks? They're okay. They got Splenda in them. Splenda makes my face like break out in like a rash. Dylan Cruz, man. Dylan Cruz. So Skeens number 1, Cruz number 2. First teammates to go 1 and 2 in the MLB draft. So shout out to LSU. You know. Let me know if you guys have any other low PE companies. I'm looking for stuff. I just don't see anything good. IEP roaring back from Hindenburg. Is it really? What's the symbol? There it is, IEP. Well, it's back up from 20s to 35s. It's still way too risky for me to buy this up, though. I mean, it's coming back. But is it coming back enough for me to really want to buy it? I don't know yet. Target's still down to the 130s. I might think about buying that dip too. Celsius stock is doing well. What's the symbol? Bro, that's why Elon Musk started a space company. Elon Musk started a space company, but it's still light years away from actual monetization. Elon Musk started a space company, but it is not public. It's not a public company, and there's reasons it's not public. You know why? It's because it probably loses boatloads of money. You know, that's not really a good recipe for a public company. And Elon Musk is a far richer man than Richard Branson, or whatever his name was. Not Richard Branson. Whatever the Virgin Galactic CEO is. And so I think Elon Musk has a better shot at actually like executing that plan versus the Virgin Galactic guy. Again, SpaceX is also a different business model than the Virgin guy as well. So again, Elon Musk is in space. It's not public. It probably loses boatloads of money, and for that reason, it's not public. And again, space is risky. Again, what happens a lot, and I'm not hating on anybody. Tyler, you know, I appreciate the support, brother. It's just, you know, we might disagree on space if you're promoting space, but think about a lot of these stocks that got really hyped up. Like, think about all the stocks that retail traders freaking loved, you know, a year or two ago. Where are they now? A large majority of them are like down 70% plus, you know? And so at a certain point, I think retail traders need to take a step back and realize when they're being manipulated. You know, like retail traders need to take a step back and be like, hey, man, all these stocks that all these people said were just the greatest companies ever are now down 70+%. You know, and instead of getting mad at people like me who are pointing it out, and I know you're not, you're good, Tyler. It's all good, bro. But retail traders need to stop getting mad at people like me for calling it out and really start looking at it. Like, again, we can name so many of these stocks that have just had really bad years because, again, retail traders are getting talked into buying crap. You know? Yeah, he launched satellites, yeah, for sure. SEC, what does that C do? What does SE? Oh, it's C Limited, right? Yeah, I see there it is, C Limited. Again, what is this company? I don't know what they do. Mullen, perfect. Oh, bro, there's so many. There's Mullen. Wait. Sorry, it's supposed to be instrumentals. Yeah, there's NKLA, there's Mullen, there's BBIG, there's CEI, there's MMAT, there's freaking so many examples of this, man. Like it's there's so many examples. And again, at a certain point, there's AMC to a certain extent. Again, at a certain point, retail traders need to take a step back and be like, hey, who's giving us this marketing? Like, who's telling us to buy these things? I think a very big likelihood is that it's the insiders in the company that are talking retail traders into buying up these crappy companies. Because like if you approach a naive retail trader that doesn't really have that much experience and you tell them that there's some super secret that you don't know about in this company and then it's going to go crazy. Again, what are some examples of these crazy hyped up companies like Mullen, like Space, that we've actually seen good returns from? I don't think there's many, if there are any. You know, just Tesla maybe, but yeah, I have no idea what SE does either. Yeah, reverse spins. A lot of these CEOs are getting rich off the back of retail traders. They're pumping and dumping the stock. They're pumping the stock up and then they're slapping an offering, diluting the company, selling shares, and riding off in the sunset millionaires is what a lot of these CEOs are doing. And retail traders are just kind of getting stuck with it. CELH. Well, yeah, you know, the interesting story here is like, do y'all remember Bang energy drinks? So like Bang energy drinks were like the biggest energy company in the game a year or two ago. Everybody was drinking them, and then they got sued. And the reason they got sued is because Bangs don't actually have creatine in them. You know, on the bottle of Bangs it said super creatine, but Bangs didn't actually have creatine in them. And so what happened was that Bang got sued. So Bang got sued from people saying, hey, y'all false advertisement. Y'all said this had creatine in it. And I get it, because honestly, I was drinking Bangs for like a month or two thinking they had creatine in them, and they didn't. You know, so like that's why we don't see Bang anymore. And then Celsius is kind of riding the coattails of that, where Bang is no longer as prevalent in stores. And so now Celsius had a window and they capitalized on it, you know. Yeah, I don't know anything about them. About SE. Maybe they're good. Again, I'm waiting for some good stuff. We're up nicely today, though. Disney's green. We'll take that. Gold, we're green in that. Coca-Cola is the one stock that I'm really thinking about like buying some more of here. It's down enough. It's down to 59 bucks. I think I'm going to buy some more of this. We pulled back enough to make it justifiable at this point. I think they pay a divvy too. All right, there we go. We just bought some Coca-Cola. We'll see if that holds. Bang sold a bunch too. Yeah, they were big. Yeah, all good movie. Yeah, I do like Coca-Cola. They've been dropping for the last couple of days. Hey, what's up, Architect? Penn Gaming could make a comeback. Pepsi is the most solid company. What's the PE ratio of Pepsi right now? Let's see. I was holding Pepsi for a minute. I ended up selling, though. They do drop their earnings in 2 days, though. That's the risk. The earnings in 2 days. PE ratio of Pepsi is 38, so it's not necessarily super low or anything. But yeah, they drop earnings on Thursday. Pepsi drops their earnings. So again, they drop their earnings Thursday morning. So we'll have to watch Pepsi too. But man, look at Apple rip and pre. Apple up a lot. SPY rip it up to at 440s. Bro, I'm telling you. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out Moomoo. Again, the platform I'm using right now is called Moomoo. Moomoo's open the entire session of pre-market. So I can trade at 4 whatever a.m. in the morning. I can trade in after hours very easily. There's no commissions, 0 commissions on Moomoo, on stock and options trades. If you open up an account and deposit at least $100, they give you 5 free stocks. Again, I can kind of show you what I got. I got like Palantir and Grab and a couple other ones. Let me see if I can find the stocks that they gave me. But I did get like Palantir, Grab, and a couple others. But yeah, if you open up an account and deposit at least $100, you get 5 free stocks. If you open up an account and deposit at least $1,000, you get 15 free stocks. If you open up an account and deposit over 5K, you get the previous 15 plus a free share of Google or Tesla. And this is really nice as a company here. Like, they are just really cool as a company. Like, if I put this window up, look how nice this is, right? Like, I can look at futures analysis and see what's going on in futures. I can look at market hotspot and see the best performing sectors. The solid state battery sector is up about 8.36%. Recently. I could look at a heat map to see what markets did yesterday. You see Google, Alphabet were red. Meta was green. Meta flying up on the debut of Threads. Drug manufacturers were really green yesterday as well. Semiconductors, banks, software, all green. Credit services were green. Visa, MasterCard, green. Medical devices, healthcare was all green. Utilities were a little bit red. Consumer electric was red. Software was red. But yeah, this is the market of the last couple of days. Really, really nice. They also have their paper folio competition, so you can kind of see what strategies everybody else is using, what stocks they're buying, look at their graph, and then kind of piggyback off of it in a day trading, paper trading competition. It's not day trading. I think it's just a paper trading competition, and you win stuff if you pass it, I'm pretty sure. And you can follow different traders, which is really cool. So you can like follow different traders, see their rankings, see what they're making percentage wise. And there's just a lot of their options is very like well known. You know, they give you free unusual activity, which is like a subscription service and options. Again, you get a bunch of free stocks. You get up to 16 free stocks if you open up an account and deposit. And so they're just really nice. And their news source is one of the best in the game. So I can see their earnings calendar here to see what's moving. I can look at economic data to see what's coming out. I can look at the recent headlines here to see. But again, it's showing you big bank earnings, and it kind of breaks it down. It's one of the best in the game as well. And so again, they are a sponsor of mine, but you get a bunch of free stocks just for opening up an account. And the platform is super useful, just really useful. I can look up PE ratio and a bunch of other stuff, which is what you see me kind of using this for today. So again, if you want to check out Moomoo, I'll post the link. We'll also pin it to the top of the chat. Check it out. Hey, what's up, Cakeism Trading? Yeah, I gave up. How do you get that on Moomoo? You go to Explore. Alan, you go to Explore on Moomoo. All right, we're going to pin this link to the top if anybody wants to check it out. But yeah, market's popping up big. I'm just kind of sitting tight, waiting. Microsoft cutting more jobs. They laid off 10,000 employees earlier this year. They announced a new round of cuts yesterday, targeting employees in customer service, support, and sales. They didn't reveal the number of layoffs, but they did file with the Washington State Employment Security Department. They said 276 workers will lose their jobs in Seattle. They didn't respond to a comment or request for comment. In January, they laid off about 10,000 jobs, which is still less than 5% of their global workforce. And again, if you look at Microsoft, this is one of the more interesting stocks during this upcoming earnings season. You know, Microsoft has had a really big run. Here's a 5-day chart on Microsoft. So Microsoft is down over the last 5-day period here. On a 5-day chart, you can look at the yearly chart on Microsoft and you can see how strong they've been. Here's January of 23, and they have just had some crazy big returns. They've gone from about 220s to up to 330s right now. So just big gains here for Microsoft. Big gains here. Still watching Rivn. Rivn back up a little bit. There's Microsoft in the middle. Here's the SPY. We also looking at Tesla. We'll see if Tesla's got some good stuff going. AI is a job killer. Maybe, but I don't think it's as big of a job killer as people think. I think jobs are being created and people and losing from AI. I think it does both. It certainly creates jobs as well. Is it good for Microsoft stock price? I don't know. What's the PE ratio of Microsoft? Let's see. So Microsoft currently has a PE of 35. So not super high, not super low either. About 35 PE. Two liters of Coke a day. I gave up soda. I really did. I gave up soda. I drink tea or coffee if I want. Yeah, definitely top 3. Carvana going to crash? I'm not sure. Carvana's had a crazy run too. Here's the daily chart. But yeah, Carvana up a lot this year. Started the year off at 330s. They're currently at $34. So Carvana has had one of the biggest rises over the last year. Look at the gains of this thing. This is since March. Wow. Crazy big gains. Look at this for Carvana since March. Huge runs. Now, Gatorade's got too much sugar in it. Yeah, I don't know for Carvana. John, would you ever look at the carnivore diet? I mean, I kind of mostly eat that already. Like naturally, I mostly eat. I'm a big meat eater. Like I love eating meats. I eat veggies when I can, but typically I crave barbecue and stuff like that. You know. Yeah, huge runs. Most of the time when I do drink drinks, it's for caffeine, like soda or something, but I don't drink much. Yeah, Carvana, crazy good year. Here's Tesla. Tesla actually had a green day, I believe, yesterday, right? No. Tesla had a red day yesterday. Wow, look at Tesla. Red few days here. We'll see if we get a pop or a bounce. Yeah. Yeah, they were on the verge of bankruptcy. Any views on Neo? Neo's okay. I don't know enough about it as a company to really say. It's an overseas stock based, and most of their sales come overseas. So as for like what they're gonna do, I really don't know. I'll watch it, but again, I really have no idea what it's gonna do long term, and I'm certainly not confident enough in it to invest. I think it's just really rangy and volatile, to be honest. You know. Pfizer's an interesting one to maybe watch here. Tesla's still down, but maybe there's an argument there. Apple just flying up. Google with a little pullback to 117s. Let's see if it holds. Google might be worth a little dip buy if it looks good. I'm not sure. You know. right, so team, I want you to heart and retweet this Twitter post. We'll see who my real supporters are. Go ahead and heart and retweet this Twitter post if you can. I appreciate the love, guys. Thank you so much. Neo running with Rivn. Yeah, AI is moving up a lot, regardless of everything. Yeah, I'm still looking for some... Yeah, I eat a lot of fruits, actually. Yeah, I'm a big coffee drinker. Rivn bounces back up, though. Tesla's still trying to hold. SPY pulling back some here. Maybe we'll get a good little dip buy. Let's try. Trying to get up a little cushion on the day. Hey, thank you guys so much to everybody that liked and retweeted. We appreciate the love, guys, for sure. I love bananas. Bananas are good. Anything else that looks good here, guys? Give me some low PE companies. Rivn pulling back a little bit. I'm looking for some low PE companies that are actually like potential. I know CPI is tomorrow, so it might be a little risky, but that's kind of what we're looking at. See what the market does. There's Tesla pulling back some. We could buy the dip. Rivn falling down some here as well. So now we got Google, Apple, Tesla. What are some other big blue chip companies to watch? Tesla, Google, Apple, Nvidia, maybe. A lot of volatility from these. All right, starting to see some pullbacks in everything. We're taking a one strategy short on the E-mini. We're down about 40 bucks here. We'll give it time, though. Got so many different windows up here. Berkshire, Meta, PayPal doing nice. PayPal, I just don't trust. Meta's up so much. Yeah, the banks are a little bit too sketchy for me to really want to invest in, to be honest. So, like, the banks, I think, are just risky. Robinhood, I'm a little bit... I don't really trust it either. All right, so U.S. opens a probe into 346,000 Ford Escape SUVs because the vehicle door may inadvertently open while driving. Coinbase, yeah, we're watching that. Coinbase, it just depends on what crypto does, to be honest. So yeah, Coinbase is going to depend on what crypto does. What's Bitcoin doing? Look at the dollar index. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, the dollar index. Dollar index is at 101s. It pushed up a little bit today, but it's down overall. Market's up some. Rivn dropping down still. Again, I'm going to do another... What low PE companies look cheap right now, guys? Let me know what you guys think. What low PE companies look cheap? I'm trying to be patient here, sitting back on some trades. Dollar index moving up. In phase. I don't know enough about in phase. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't know enough about it. You know. Apple looking very strong in pre-market this morning, though. Apple surging up. Do you think Walmart is a good investment? I think Walmart's up a lot, right? So I think Walmart's up a lot over the last couple. Here's a daily chart on Walmart. And so if we look at it this year, it's up tons. You know, here's January. Here's January of 2023. So that's Walmart's gains this year. It's just up a lot. TD, Pfizer, Freeport, Microsoft. Microsoft's definitely not low PE. I think it's not super high PE, but it's, Pfizer is good. I'm in Pfizer right now. We actually made money on it yesterday, took some profit. We're still sitting on some shares though, but we are in Pfizer. IBM, I don't know enough about it. Caterpillar, DE, Home Depot, all 20 PE or lower. Really? Home Depot? Home Depot might be an argument because I think people are always going to need to buy stuff like that. What's the PE ratio of Home Depot though right now? Let's take a look. Home Depot right now has a PE ratio of 1880s. What does Home Depot look like over the last year or two? The only thing is earnings, but I think for this one we still got some time. All right, so here's Home Depot this year. They're basically flat on the year. Maybe they might have an argument for a dip buy. SoFi, PE, C3, AI. AI is up too much to invest in it ahead of earnings reports. And again, what happens is like AI is up a lot. And so I'm sure you got some people who are holding this one, like really wanting it to go up. And what is AI at now? AI is at 41s. What has it done this year? Yeah, AI is just up a lot. It's up from 1750s. I think some people are probably in at like the 50s for AI. And so they really wanted to go up. But again, I'm waiting for their earnings season to finish before I put some money into this. It's just too risky. Yeah, a lot of energy stocks. Chevron have really low PE ratios. But again, for me, it's just too risky. We might buy a little bit of Home Depot, though, but it's not really like a big pullback stock like I want. And let me see when earnings come out for Home Depot. Yeah, and I hope you guys don't think like I'm not trying to reject everybody's like picks or whatever. I have a very specific system that I have for like swing trades. All right, so Home Depot drops their earnings August 15th. So we still got some time there too to let it work ahead of earnings as well. Lennar Homes. Yeah, I know them in real estate. Yeah, PG. Johnson & Johnson might be an argument. Let me see. They're down big over the last year too. For J&J. What's the PE ratio of Johnson & Johnson? That might be an option too. Let me see. Johnson & Johnson currently has got a PE ratio. They drop earnings in 9 days though. They got a PE ratio of 33. Not really super low. Yeah, I did lose money on it. Yeah, for sure. I'm down like $110, but that's my large account. Yesterday we made like 900 on that account. So like we're still okay. No, I don't think so. Tiny. I'm expecting a big drop, especially tomorrow when CPI is out. Yeah, but the big thing about CPI is that nobody really knows how the market's going to react to it or not. We can speculate, but nobody knows. You know. Can you explain PE ratio and how to use it? PE is a gauge of extension, Angel. So like PE is price to earnings. And so it's the price compared to earnings they're pulling out. So they look at the company's EPS. The way you calculate it is simple. You look at the company's EPS over the last 4 quarters. You add all of those up together, and then you divide that by the share price, right? So that's how you get the PE ratio. Yeah. Yeah, so we're watching some stuff to, trade today. We're just kind of hanging out right now, though. We're taking trades when we see fit, and aside from that, we're just kind of sitting tight. Yeah, Home Depot's one that we're definitely considering. I don't know if I'm sold on it just yet, though. We're gonna sit back for a second and wait. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm sold on it just yet. Yeah, look at that crypto here. Let's take a look. So here's Tesla on the left. We can look at Bitcoin. I know people are talking about crypto stocks. So here's Bitcoin futures. Bitcoin at about 30.5K. So that's good. I mean, as long as it's over 30K, Bitcoin's been pretty flat. It's been staying in that range of 30K for weeks now. A nice architect. I think the market moves today, then sells off ahead of CPI. Maybe. The thing to understand, though, is that every CPI report, you get a bunch of big predictions. Most people are like, most of the big predictions are like, the market's going to crash. The market's going to fall. Everybody thinks the market's going to fall, and then sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I will say, I think 3%, 3.1% is a little light. I think it's a little light, So I think that's going to be hard to hit, and maybe, I don't know. All right, guys. All right, SPY testing highs again, though. We are watching this. NVIDIA up a lot in pre-market. We'll see if it holds those gains. Both Mare and Riot have got beat down exponentially last year, but it was a crypto winter and they were smaller. They're top dogs now, and we are on the cusp of a bull market. Yeah, no, CPI is tomorrow, Antonio. Yeah, but the thing about it, though, crypto, is that if you're going to invest in companies, why not just invest in Bitcoin? I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, of course. I'm just asking if you're going to buy up these. I guess the way I see it, there's more risks in mining companies than there are in crypto itself. Because regardless of what crypto does, mining companies can fail. I never understood, like I said, why certain people just get behind all small caps. Like, advocating for terrible companies is not advocating for traders. Most of the time, you're just advocating for terrible companies that stock traders have gotten stuck in, you know? How about the World Series of Poker? Mining companies have so much competition with each other, not to mention the price of the coin and a whole host of factors. Yeah, for sure. There's risk for sure. I prefer to invest in miners because there's a bigger reward. It's a 3 times leverage play. Investing in the miners, I do a lot of research on my particular companies, and those two are not going anywhere. Yeah, for sure. I know Mara and Riot are the 2 biggest miners for sure. I've been watching those for years. John, thoughts on Disney's problems recently? I think Disney's okay. I think they're probably going to debut a new Star Wars sometime over the next year. Disney Plus is still growing, I think. But again, Disney's a long-term play. The PE ratio is not super high for Disney, and so I think it's a long-term play. But of course, I have no idea what it's going to do short-term. We're already green, though, so we've already taken profit on our Disney trade. We took profit, and Johnson & Johnson is still pretty interesting. We took profit, but we're still sitting on some of it. Our average currently on Disney is 87.94, and it's at 88.30. So we're still green on the rest of it too. Just got to sit tight. Look at the SPY. So here's the 8 a.m. scrum. Volatility. Again, here's Bitcoin. And look, you can see Disney here. So our average is way down here. So we're doing okay. We did take some profit on our Pfizer trade yesterday. Again, Johnson & Johnson is one of those stocks that may be interesting, but I think I still got to kind of sit tight and wait for it. Earnings coming out soon is the only influence that I'm nervous about. PayPal is up so much over the last 6 months, I'm skeptical. John, do you even trade small caps? No. Yeah, I didn't even catch the home run derby. I'll watch a recap of it today. But no, I don't trade small caps, but I don't trade small caps for a reason. Most of the time, they're just terrible companies, man. And a bunch of new traders that don't have much equity get stuck in buying them, and then they lose money, and then they bag hold, and they sit on losses for a long time. And then the companies that they're sitting on the losses for, they're super advocates about, because if you're down huge percentages in one specific stock and you're desperate for it to go up, what are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, it's the greatest stock ever. It's the greatest buy ever. It's the greatest trade ever. Everybody, misery loves company. So they're like, oh, everybody do what I did and invest into these crap companies. And again, they're just crap. They're just not good companies, man. None of them are, to be honest. They're all incredibly low probability success trades. And if I have a job, it's to protect traders from themselves. And so sometimes the truth hurts. I know people might get weird for me talking about penny stocks like I do, but I truly think I'm helping traders. I think most of the time traders who invest in penny stocks lose lots of money. And so I think telling traders what it really is and letting them understand how it really goes is important. Wait, so J-Rod won? Who won the home run derby? Oh, Vladdy won. What was the score? Yeah, they need to go back to the old format where they would give 25 runs to beat Rosarena's 23. They need to go back to the old format where they let you watch each one, right? The old format, they used to allow them to hit the ball And you would be able to see if it was a home run. Now you got a specific time frame. I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think you got to just let them have unlimited amount of time. It'll be a lot more fun. And the way they do it now kind of sucks. They're so desperate for it to seem close that they kind of rig it against like who's actually would be able to do it because of the timing and how they do it. There's also like a ref that tells them when they can throw the next pitch, and so sometimes they'll let people catch up just to keep it more exciting in the home run derby. To be honest, like that happens a lot. You'll see it. So because of that, I don't know. So Vladdy won. Nice, man. I like Vlad. Yeah, exactly, Philippe. Got to trade penny stocks like they're going to a penny. Yeah, 100%. I think the NASDAQ will pull back to about 14.475 on a more intermediate term. Cross the MACD on daily economic factors. No clue why everybody thinks we're going up. I don't think everybody thinks we're going up. I mean, long term, we're going to go up, of course. But like short term, I think anything could happen. I think the market's up a lot short term as well over the last like 3 months. And so I think there's risks either way. I think it's important to look at the market with that understanding is that nobody really knows. And especially with like CPI tomorrow, earnings season on the books coming out pretty soon. I think there's just a lot of unknowns about the market right now. And I think we got to treat it as such. I think a lot of people, again, one thing that I say a lot, and I think it's important for traders to really understand here. I'm going to turn this mic off and use my AirPods. I think it's important for traders to really understand that nobody knows what's going to happen. It's one of the things that you'll see, like people who act like they know the most about what the market's going to do generally know the least. All right, because experienced traders understand nobody freaking knows. Like I run into a lot of different characters on an everyday basis, and one thing that I've noticed is pretty consistent is that nobody freaking knows if the market's going to go up, down, or sideways short term. Nobody does. We can all guess. Sometimes people make accurate guesses, but don't get it twisted. They are definitely guesses. And again, the more definite the statement, the less experience they probably have. Most penny stocks are scams. I wish I knew your channel a long time ago. Yeah, for sure. I've been saying this for a long time, too. Yeah. Bring back Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. They were all on juice. Bring back Barry Bonds. If we're going to bring back a juiced up baseball player, bring back Barry. He was my favorite, easily. Regardless of whether he was on the juice, he was still fun to watch. The other mic was better. Test. This is my good mic. But that's okay. We're going to keep this one. All right, Rivia bounced it up a little bit. We're trying to give the market some time. But Disney's treating us nicely today, too. E-mini pushed up a lot as well. When you switched, yeah, it might have been using the AirPod mic. It's probably back now. Smoothed out. Yeah, this is it's probably when I switched to my AirPods. It's entirely possible to know as long as you can rewind the tape action and record yourself making 10 racks. Yeah. Juice syrup's the best. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'm cool, so no idea if it'll squeeze or not. No idea about that stock. PMW? I mean, I can look, but... yeah, I don't even see this as a stock. So... there's Apple. Well, they definitely give you an advantage. Juice definitely works. It's definitely going to give you an advantage, especially in like something like baseball, because when your test is higher, you're going to be more coordinated, more accurate with what you do. Still, I mean, I think we should just let them do whatever they want to do. I'm for it, especially in like MMA, bro. Alistair Overeem and TRT Bellator was one of the funnest some of the funnest fights in the game back then. Trey Morgan drafted to the Rays. Good for him, man. I like Trey. All right, market pulling back a little bit now, too. A PWM. Prestige Wealth. Recent IPO. I mean, okay. Honestly, you're right. This thing is freaking crazy right now, dude. Let's look at a 5-day chart. PMW has gone from 470s to freaking $25. You're right. PMW has gone nuts, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the newest squeeze. I think there's a lot of risk involved with stocks like this. There's a lot of risk. It's up so much already. It's up huge percentages. So just be careful, bro. Again, y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate the love and support. Yeah, what's up, Brave? Where can we short? No, you can short anywhere. You can short the futures market. Probably the easiest place to short things. Futures market, there's no PDT rule. You could day trade short in futures. No PDT rule. You could buy market, buy bid, sell the ask, just like in stocks. But there's no PDT rule. You can day trade the S&P. You can day trade the NASDAQ. You can day trade currencies. And I think that's pretty useful. I mean, pretty useful. Again, Top Step has their biggest sale ever. Base combine's $49. $49 for the base combine. And yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Again, what they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. We had a pretty good day yesterday. If we recap what we did yesterday, let me pull this up. Wait, what? Wait, what? We're nicely green here. I thought I made money yesterday. Okay, we did. Good. But yeah, so again, if they give you a demo and they test your skill, if you can hit the target on the demo, the base one's $50K. It's only $49 right now. And again, they give you a demo, they test your skill. They give you a $50K demo. If you could hit 3,000 in profit, which is a 2 to 3 ratio, the max loss is 2K, profit target is 3K. If you could do that, that's their only rule. They fund you $50K. You get to keep your first $10,000 in profit and 90% after that. So you get to keep your first 10K. You make 20K. You get to keep 10K for your first 10K and full profit 100%. And then you get to keep the next 9K. They only keep 1,000 since they're funding you that money. Very reasonable challenge. And again, if you lose, it's not the end of the world. You're down $49. It's a pretty good deal here. If you want to check it out, there's the link. So when you purchase it, Elijah, you got to select your broker when you purchase it. There should be a trading view option. Hmm. Let me refresh this. Make sure clips are still working. Clip. Okay, yeah, clipping works for me. Must just be on your end, Pawn. I'm trying to clip now. It works. Yeah, again, though, PMW is okay. It's just a crazy squeeze, man. We'll see if it holds. Tesla still at 270s. All right, guys. Yeah, so you can see yesterday we had a pretty good day here. We're up. Yeah, John Hong, man. Again, Top Step's a sponsor of mine, man. And so, you know, again, Top Step is the gold standard. It's the one that you're going to have the most reliability withdrawing from. It's going to be the most legit one in the world. I'm not really going to pump up the competitors to them either, though. And so it's one of those things where, you know, you can research that yourself. Again, Top Step's the gold standard. They're going to be the most reliable. There's a minimum time frame. You have to do it in at least 4 days minimum. But after that, there's no maximum. Blue chip Triple M. Yeah, I've seen Triple M. I don't know enough about it as a company to like. BP, good PE, but yeah, it's oil. A lot of the time, oil stocks have good PE ratios. Right, so we are getting some pretty big pullbacks. Yesterday, we had a good day. All right, guys. So we are pulling back a little bit. We're waiting for some trades to get involved with. Again, if you guys have any low PE ratios, let me know. All right, so Tesla pulling back a little bit. Rivn to 30 by the end of the week. Rivn's had a crazy week, man. Again, if you look at a 5-day chart, this thing is up big. It's up from like 17s all the way to 25s. Big move here. Tesla pulling back in pre-market here. So look at Tesla dipping down some. We can see the drop in Tesla currently. SPY is pretty flat or neutral. Not really a lot of activity going on here for the SPY. But they're pulling back a little bit after the 8 a.m. scrum. Again, what we see, where will Rivn close the week? Where will Rivn close this week in price, guys? Let me know what you guys think. Salesforce pumping up. I'm assuming AI. You know, AI has influenced these big. So I think AI is probably one of the reasons a lot of these are pumping up. We can look at CRM. Tesla dipping down some now, though. Salesforce is up a lot. Let's see if they've got any news. Let's check it out. So Salesforce, big pop here. for Salesforce. Citigroup names Flavio Figueiredo global head of currency trading. Yeah, so I see CRM pop. I'm looking up the news now if we can find it. Yeah, I don't see any news for CRM. Maybe just AI boom. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA is dipping down some. A lot of dips for everything. Apple's kind of in a little channel. I might want to buy this dip. I think I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and buy this little dip for Apple. Going to buy the ask price. We're going to get in like 25 shares. See if we can get filled a little bit better now. All right, there we go. All right, we got 50 shares of Apple just now. I'll give this some time. We pulled back here. So we're looking to see if we bounce. VWAP's right around where we are now. So looking to get in a little VWAP bounce set up here. We'll see if it holds. BYND. Beyond Meat is a very risky business to bias. CVS PE ratio. I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, Beyond Meat's incredibly risky. And I'll explain why. It's risky because it's hard to justify the business for BYND. It really is. It's hard to justify the business. Again, it's fake meat that they grow in a lab that's super expensive. You know, they don't have the consumer base they really need that are actually interested in that. And so it's just really risky, I think, in my opinion. I think there's just risks there. But again, we'll see what happens. But I think there's risks. All right, so Apple, we're up nicely on our little dip buy already. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get out on half. Try again. All right, there we go. Just filled half. Profited that. Locked in some profit on Apple. We'll take it. We'll let the rest ride now since we're green already. All of these haven't opened in my exchange yet. Yeah, just pet friendly. Again, if you haven't already, man, check out Moomoo. Moomoo's open the entire time in pre-market. I can buy limit. I can set it to follow the market price in pre-market. Great platform. Super useful in figuring out what's going on in the market every day. Again, if you look at this, I've been showing people this every day because it's just super useful here. So like, here's their news section of Moomoo. It gives me all the biggest news stories in the market. I can build a watch list. I can look at the calendars. So I can build stocks and see all the big stuff coming out in their news. I can also go to Explore right here. And it'll give me like a heat map on what's been going on. It'll give me, I can look at Hong Kong. I can look at Canada, Japan, Australia, SGX, CN, different hotspots around the world. I can look at IPOs. I can look at announcements for these different stocks. I can look at broker. I can look at change in shareholder, institutional holdings. They have great scanners that really let me search for low PE companies and then break them down on the side. Just really useful here. And again, you get free stocks for opening up an account. If you open up an account and deposit $100, you get 5 free stocks. If you open up an account and deposit at least $1,000, you get 15 free stocks. If you open up an account and deposit $5K or more, you get those previous 15 plus a free share of Google or Tesla. And I did get Tesla. So if you want to check it out, link is in the description. You can also see the link pinned to the top of the chat as well. A great way to help support the channel, guys. Why does Palantir have such a low PE ratio? Minus 128 is pretty crazy. Is it losing money quarter after quarter? Doesn't that usually mean what it is? Yeah, they have no PE ratio, which means they're losing money for Palantir. Again, we bought Apple on that little channel dip. When I said CVS, I meant it is as low as you asked for. Oh, no, I appreciate it, Arif. Again, let me take a look at CVS. Again, we're in Apple right now. What's the PE for CVS? Here's the daily chart. Let's take a look. So daily... Here's CVS this year. They are down a lot. That might be a little dip buy that I think is valuable enough here. I'm thinking about it for CVS. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll definitely consider it. Tesla pulling back some more still. We're in Apple. Look at Apple rise here, guys. Hey, looks good. Apple all the way up to 189.45s. Yeah, but that means they weren't profitable in the last 4 quarters. So they might be profitable last quarter, but it means they're probably not profitable in the last 4. All right, look at Apple. What's with the CRM? I don't know. Salesforce is popping up. I'm not sure why. Here's Salesforce right here. Huge run up to almost 219. Coffee tastes good. Where's my phone? But yeah, I don't know why Salesforce is up. Does anybody know? I can't figure it out. Yeah, I don't know why Salesforce is up so much. Here's Apple. Still rising up nicely here. Force is strong. Yeah. Hey. The big day for market activities tomorrow. Zillow, as a real estate agent, Zillow is a little bit vulnerable, and I'll explain why. Is that Zillow is getting rid of their premier agent, and Zillow, I freaking hate Zillow, dude. They're getting rid of their premier agent things. They're changing their business to a certain extent, and a lot of people are speculating on whether it would be a good or bad thing. So it's not like a guaranteed good thing that they're changing their business model in that regard. And so because of that, I'm a little sketched out about them. So I think because of that, regardless of what the PE ratio is, I just got to sit tight and not push too much into Zillow. Well, yeah, those are the biggest companies in the world, for sure. Bro, I'm watching this video of this guy just get attacked by his cat. His cat freaked out on him, bro. Like, I've never seen a cat this angry. I wonder what's going on in that cat's mind, man. Hey, what's up, Shepard? Good morning, good morning. NASDAQ rebalances. Apple's still popping up. You love to see it. NASDAQ bouncing up a little bit too. Cat owners get what they deserve. Prime Day, I don't know. What's Amazon doing right now? Apple's still surging up, though. You love to see it. We'll see if we can get some better action here. We've already made money on it. Yeah, I like cats, but they're certainly less cool than dogs. I'll tell you that. You know, like if you have to weigh them, cats versus dogs, cats are obviously less loyal, less loving, less affectionate, less intelligent, than dogs are. Dogs are clearly more intelligent, and people are going to argue. I know with the chat, they're going to be like, yo, cats are more intelligent than dogs. They are very obviously not as intelligent as dogs. They've done studies that have showed that dogs are far more intelligent than cats. And so with a dog, you got a far more friendly, far more intelligent, far more loving, far more affectionate animal, far more loyal animal will actually listen to you much better than a cat will. And so cats are cool. Dogs are cooler. I do like cats, though. Yeah, man, my dog's currently hurt, dude. We had to bring her to the vet, man. It's just sad, dude. Honestly, my mom's dog came here, and my mom was just dumb with how she acted. I'm not saying my mom's dumb, so it's kind of a southern expression. I'm not calling my mom dumb. My mom's not dumb. She's very smart. But again, she's got kind of this idealized view of animals where it's like I let my mom stay here when I was gone on vacation, and the one rule I gave my mom was like, hey, don't let Cindy and Rosie together, right? Cindy's in heat. Rosie is a female. Bruce is an eligible male, and they're going to fight over that. You know, do not let them together. Rosie's an inside dog. Keep Rosie inside. Keep Cindy outside. That's it, you know. Cindy can come inside to sleep, but that's it. And when they do, you got to crate them. That was the one rule I gave my mom. And I come back, and my dog is just beat up. Rosie is just beat up. I felt so bad for her. We brought her to the vet. She had to get stitches. Like, Cindy and Rosie got into a fight. And, again, my mom's got this idealized view of dogs. Like, can't they all get along? You know, she's got so much empathy for animals that sometimes it overpowers her logic. I love my mom, but she's one of, like, my mom is like a super animal advocate. Like, she really is. I am too. Like, I love animals, but my mom lets that overpower logic sometimes. And she's like, oh, they love each other. They're sisters. Why can't they just get along? You know, they're going to get along and everybody's going to live happy and they're just going to ride off into the sunset together. And then they get in this huge fight. Now my dog's got a huge scar on her face. You know. Ugh. Still mad about it, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Cats are less work. I'll give them that. Cats are auto potty trained. That's a pretty good selling point for cats. All right, so we did ride this bounce up on Apple. We rode the bounce up. We're still in it. We'll probably just sit tight and let it bounce up more if it can. Might take a little bit more off here, actually. Just a little bit. I got 25 shares. I'm going to take another 10. Bill me. There we go. All right, so we're in. Took a little bit more off. Just locked in some profit. Human IQ is 100. Dogs are also 100. You've got to be trolling. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. At Carol's aunt's house, they had a cat. And this cat was the most moody freaking cat I've ever seen. She would let people pet it. She would let people pet it. And she would purr and let people scratch her face. And then all of a sudden, randomly, it was just kind of like, bam. And then she just kind of bite him all of a sudden. It was almost like a trap. Like she lures you in and then she just gets you. But I think somebody else said, I think cats are more instinctual. So it's like a cat might really want you to pet it. But like those instincts kick in. It's hard to stop for a cat, I think, you know. All right, guys. We're still in Apple. Apple's very green. We got this little dip by here at the VWAP. Rode the bounce. SPY moving up nicely, too. Tesla's starting to pull back a little bit here, guys. So Tesla is dipping some. Yeah, mostly green day. We broke the red streak. The market was on a red streak prior to yesterday. You know, so the market did break that green streak, and now we're finally going up a little bit today. But we'll see if it continues. Again, I don't know. Watching a lot of stuff here. And Apple. Apple's still in that trend, in that range. Could be a little short here. Trying to catch a good fill here if I can. There we go. Filled. We're going to go ahead and cut it and liquidate this position here. We made enough. I'm working on getting filled. I might just get out the rest. All right. Oh, I gotta get out of the bid, actually. I gotta get on the bid. I always get bid and ass. There, that's an immediate fill right there. There we go. All right, so we're out of that. Took our Apple trade. We'll see if we keep up. Market's pulling back a little bit. Tesla bounced it up some. Market looks strong, but we'll see if it holds. Is the question. Here's the SPY. Market's obviously in this big range. It's been in for a minute now. So pop it up. We'll see if it reverses now. It comes back down a little bit. Settles back down some. We're going to be day trading at the open here, guys. All right, team. All right. All right, guys. So we do have Rivn and some other stuff. Meta's still surging up a lot over the last couple of days. We'll see if it holds. There we go. Could have stayed in Apple, I guess. Market's finally pulling back some here. crazy how many people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know enough about PMW. What do you consider low PE? Under 30 right now. No, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, under 30. Yeah, best animal to have at home is a monkey. Yeah, I thought about getting a finger monkey. They're called I can't remember what they're called. I thought about getting one for a long time. They cost like $5,000, but I didn't want to put money into that market. I didn't want to support that market of like animals, as well as like a pocket monkey is. They need so much attention and so much work. I don't know if I would have been a good parent to that. I run out of time as it is. I certainly don't want to have to deal with one of those little guys jumping around the house. They're called a marmoset. They call it a marmoset. Thought about one. Really thought about one. Then I just got a dog instead. You know. So there's a minimum amount of time frame heli, but there's no maximum time. So you could stay You could stay in the combine as long as you want, but you have to. It takes at least 4 days to get funded. We need another poll about what the chip shortage effect. Yeah, I mean maybe we'll see. Again, I'm going to be covering the earnings season like we always do. Well, this one's a little one, man. The pygmy marmosets. Check these little guys out, dude. They're cool, man, and they're little bitty guys. Yeah, so here is a marmoset right here. They're really cool, but again, I don't know. I tried to do the responsible thing. I don't know if I would be able to take care of it like that. Plus, like, we have enough pets, and again, I just don't know if I'd be able to devote enough time to it. That's the only reason I didn't get one, and I probably won't. They live for like 30 years, so that's a big investment that you just got to be smart with. And I think some people make impulse decisions there for animals, and I don't want to be that guy. So. Get a ferret. I've had ferrets. They poop so much, you know. We had 3 ferrets. We had Zelda, Ganon, and Link. And ironically enough, they started acting like their characters, right? Zelda was a little baby. She was a little girl. She was a little baby. She was so sweet and nice. She was definitely our favorite. And then the other 2, Link and Ganon, would always fight with each other. They'd always take Zelda's food, and like they got all big and swole, and Zelda was like struggling to eat. We had to separate them. They were just mean. We eventually, they had a lady that had like ferretopia. She had like a bunch of ferrets, like her own room dedicated towards them. And so we ended up letting her adopt them. But yeah, ferrets are fun, but they're just a lot of work. They poop too much, you know. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Again, it's too much stuff. You need to look at forward PE. Forward PE is important, but again, that's just projected numbers. I'm looking at money they're actually making. Projected numbers are good with guidance and stuff, but like I'm looking at money they're actually making. You know, that's what I'm more worried most about. Is Johnny Chan supporting Carvana? There's a lot of scams online too from people that really want one. So they'll be like, yeah, we got it. You know, go ahead and send us $100 hold fee so we can keep it. Most of the time they're in like call centers in India. They're like, yeah, send us $100. We'll hold it for you. Just send us $100. You know, and you can come pick it up tomorrow. You know, and they're just trying to find people desperate enough to actually send them the money. A lot of the time, the posts that they make are all just scam posts. Unfortunately. Yeah, nobody has 24-hour options. Options are only available after the opening bell, after 9:30, and before the closing bell at 4. Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to get ready to day trade futures. Today, we're going to get ready to day trade futures. We'll see if we get something good. Again, we got stocks popping. Well, let me know if you guys see any good stocks. We're going to put the side window up. Look, we can here. Let me find it. There it is. Where's my 3 chart setup? No, I want my 3 chart setup. Oh, there it is, side chart. Okay, found it. All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to trade futures. What I have found out is that I like Quant Tower much better than Trade-Evade. Like, to be honest, at first I used Quant Tower because, I wanted to try it out, but I do like it much better than Trade-Evade. All right, so there's Apple at the top. Here's Tesla on the bottom. Anything that you guys are looking at? There's Tesla. There's Apple. We're out of Apple already. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this so people don't have to see my order blocking the price action. And then we're going to put up. We are in one short of the regular E-mini. One short of the regular E-mini. We will see if we get some good trades. Like I said, we bought a bunch of these accounts for the... We bought a bunch of these accounts since they have the huge sale. Like I said, we got like a bunch of them. We got like 6 or 7 of them. I don't know how many we have. I'll have to go count. But point is, we're going to get funded. All right, so we are now short the regular E-mini here. We'll see if we get the breakdown. Robinhood. Yeah, I don't know about Hood, man. I think Hood's risk. Look at Tesla start to dump down here. Look at Tesla fall. Here, guys, wow. 269.40s. SoFi. Yeah, I don't know enough about SoFi to really say whether it would be a good short or not. So we're dropping down a little bit. I'm going to go and take 2 contracts here. Fix my average a little bit. We got 2 contracts. Again, you guys green or red trading today? I don't see Top Step and broker options on TradingView because you have to sign up through Top Step and then you connect it through Trade-Evade. It's Trade-Evade is the broker you're going to use if you want to use TradingView. So you have to open up your account with Top Step, get your credentials. And then once you have your credentials and you've already bought the account, you go to TradingView and you select Trade-Evade and you connect it with your Top Step login passwords. And then boom, you can trade on it. That's how I did it. CPI is not out yet, nay. It comes out tomorrow. All right, so we are green now in this trade. I want to give it time to break down a little bit here. All right, there we go. Nice little flush. I'm going to give it some more time. Up about 75 on the trade. 2 contracts here. We're green in here. We got a little cushion on the trade so far. The question is, do I take half of this off now or do I let it ride a little bit, see if we get a much larger breakdown? What do you guys think? Should I take half off now or should I let it ride? right, there we go. Looks like letting it ride was the right move. I'm going to go ahead and take it at half off now. Just locked in $75 in profit. Got about 75 bucks left in green. Yeah, it took half off already. We got a quick pounce too, so it looks like it was the right move. Bouncing all the way back up. I could add more to this. I think I'm just going to let it sit. Big rebound back up. Think about shorting it again here, to be honest. Tesla's breaking, looking pretty weak on the day. I guess I'll let the rest sit. Still green. I guess I'll let the rest ride. See Tesla starting to flush down a little bit here. Look at Tesla start to dump here. Maybe this will drag the market back down. Look at Tesla. Looks weak. Down to 269s. See if it drags everything else down with it. Do you short in the money puts? No. No, I don't. I definitely don't do that. All right, so there's another little flush down. Top Step is not an indicator. Top Step is a funded account program in futures where they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target while following their rules, they fund you. If you don't pass it, you're going to lose much less than you would putting up the money yourself. There's no PDT in futures, and you can day trade the S&P like you see me doing here in what's called the E-mini, the NASDAQ, currencies, gold, silver. It's just a cheaper way to learn day trading, and if you're good enough to get funded, you get to keep your first 10K in profit plus 90% split afterwards. It's a pretty good deal. You can check out the link in the description. The base combine's $49, and you can open up multiple. And again, I opened up a bunch. My plan is just to get funded within the next week or two. We'll see if it goes well. I am shorting futures contracts. I'm shorting the S&P 500 right now is what I'm shorting. Hey, nice, Elijah. Hey, yes, sir. Good luck, man. Hope you make some money, brother. All right, so being patient on this one did turn out well here. We did reject right around our entry level. I should have added to it. I was really thinking about adding to it, but that's okay. But this turned out well. Again, I'll give it a little bit longer time to break down here. Maybe take a longer term trade now. All right, we're up 75. $75. I'm going to go ahead and just lock that in. So pretty flat on the day now. We had a little bit of losses there. What's up, Derek? Maybe we'll add to it if we bounce back up. But again, we'll have to try to be as patient as we can there. I do like the pattern, though, to be honest. Like I do like the pattern. Goal is to build up a cushion in some of these first and then add to it if we get some favorable price action. Yeah, I'm using Chart Prime. No, I don't think it impacted my drawdown at all. If anything, I made money. Tesla will continue to go down until earnings. Yeah, Tesla earnings come out on the again, Tesla earnings drop not this week, but next week on Wednesday. So in about a week from now, a week and a day is when Tesla drops their earnings. So again, we'll see what happens, but Watching Pfizer. We're green in Pfizer today too. Apple's starting to pull back a little bit. We'll see if that holds as well there. No, I'm not trading options. I'm trading futures financial. When you hear contracts, it doesn't mean options. It means futures contracts. Stem had earnings drop and looks like they did good on the quarter. Yeah, I don't know enough about Stem to really say good or bad, man. Maybe they do something good, but I don't know. Consolidation. Again, what did Apple end up doing? I've been watching Apple here. Disney, we're still green. Apple is surging up soon. That's dragging the market up, it looks like. But we've been in this range for the last couple minutes, to be honest here. Apple moving up a little bit. Tesla might be finally bouncing towards the bottom range, lows. What's the difference between options and futures? What Apex Top Step doesn't do that, Erica. What's the difference between options and futures? Well, there's big, broad differences. Futures are trading the future prices of different things. The reason they call them futures is like farmers used to lock in farmers used to grow crops, and when they came time to yield the crops, the prices have fluctuated so much where it wasn't profitable, and so they started selling contracts based off of the future price of a commodity so they could lock in specific margins for their yields. Eventually that evolved to where you can now day trade. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, a bunch of different things you can trade in futures now, but there's no PDT rule like there is in the stock market, so you can day trade actively without red tape and restriction. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ currencies. One contract is relative to the symbol you're trading. So like the E-mini, which is the S&P 500 contract of futures, moves $12.50 per tick, per contract, right? So if I have two contracts and it goes in my favor 2 ticks, I make $25. If it goes in my favor 4 ticks, I make $50. If it goes against me 4 ticks, I lose $50. And each symbol has a different price per tick movement. And that's it. Aside from that, it's just like day trading stocks. I can buy market, sell market, buy bid, sell the ask, just like stocks. It's not like options trading at all. There's not gamma or anything like that. Is the big difference. All right, so we are pulling back on the E-mini a little bit now. Tesla dipping down too. Disney just took a turn at 88.30s, but we're green enough on Disney to where we're not super concerned about it. Apple started to test the top of that range, and it's been in that range for a minute now. We're back at the top of the range. Part of me wants to short this again. I don't know if I should, but part of me thinks I should. When is Fed Now happening? I thought they said they were going to debut it in July. Does anybody have any updates on that? I'm going to take one contract here short. Yeah, no worries, Michael. And again, if you want to check out Top Step Futures, check out the link in the description. You can also see it in the description if you want to check it out. Futures is the easiest way to get around the PDT rule because, again, you can day trade. The patterns are very similar. Like the S&P 500 moves like Apple does. It moves like Amazon. It moves like a lot of blue chips that you would be otherwise day trading. So it's just an easier barrier of entry for day trading. No, cash accounts don't work like that. I mean, you can day trade with a cash account some, but it's certainly not going to be like the freedom you get trading futures. Like you could try to use a cash account, but you're going to be restricted by the T1 rule or the T2 rule. You're not going to be able to short. You're not going to get instant settlement. You're going to have to be severely restricted in terms of buying power. Cash accounts are just not worth it. You're basically stuck trading penny stocks, which is a much more difficult thing to day trade. And so you're going to get stuck day trading like penny stocks without being able to short. And like, it's just going to be much harder to do. Yeah, they expire every quarter. Financial. So they expire every quarter. So every quarter, the symbol changes. Cash account and options, maybe, but you're still going to be, it's just easier to just day trade futures if you want to day trade, that is, you know. Yeah. Yeah, every contract's different. Thousands of dollars to hold options overnight? Not in actual commissions, though. Or to hold, not options, futures. Yeah, 10 cents per net open futures contracts. Pretty small. You could trade gold and futures. It's called GC. It's GC. Right now, I believe the symbol, Elijah, is GCU3 is the gold futures contract symbol. I believe. Let me see. So this should be gold right here, GCU3. I might be wrong, though. And again, I would check. Yeah, so here's gold futures. But they're not very volatile right now. But there's gold futures if you think gold's going up. I'm not sure how much you need per options contract. The E-mini right now is about $4,500 per contract. The NASDAQ is like $14K or something like that, right? Yeah, the NASDAQ is 15,100 or so. All right, so mostly choppy action getting in right now. We're waiting for some trades to get involved with, but I'm trying to take it slow and not push too hard into anything currently. Right, so here's the E-mini. We got a little flag here. It's been pretty sideways and choppy, but we do see a flag pattern currently. Same thing with like NVIDIA. We got some good price action looking there, but yeah, CPI tomorrow might be a little bit slower, but that's all right, you know. Again, if you want to check out futures, try Top Step. It's the cheapest way to get your feet wet in futures without taking on a lot of risk. And if you're good enough, they'll fund you. If you're not good enough, you're going to lose less than you would putting up the money yourself, most likely. So check them out. Again, we're sitting pretty quiet waiting for the opening bell to start here. You know, we got some time. You can't trade the Dixie, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Can you trade the dollar index in futures? Let me see. DXU3. No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you could trade the dollar index in futures. It's mostly just like an indicator of market sentiment and stuff. All right, guys. We're just kind of sitting back waiting here. "25 minutes until the market opens, so we're gonna give it time." No, you can only day trade once you're funded. It's a day trading challenge. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying to day trade the Dixie. It's going to be very difficult. The liquidity's light. It's very hard to trade, I bet. I usually trade the E mini, the S&P 500 E mini, or the Nasdaq, the NQ. Those are usually what I trade, but it varies. It really depends on what you're looking at. All right, guys. Remember, we got CPI coming out tomorrow, and so it might be a slow day leading into that. Andre, check out. So it's something where they give you a max loss. So they give you a max loss. They give you a profit target. Um, that usually, so like they're not going to let you lose over a certain amount. They're not just going to let you risk the whole account. Nobody would. So you got a max loss that you got to follow and stuff like that. Check out the website Financial Fight. I can't remember exactly how much it is. And again, it's going to be a couple slow days of this week, followed by 3 really volatile days. Tomorrow, CPI. Thursday, PPI. Friday, bank earnings. Next week, earnings season sparks off with Netflix, Tesla, a bunch of bank earnings start as well. We also have like Pepsi earnings, I believe, coming out too. So just a lot of stuff happening over the next few weeks, guys. So be ready. Going to be a very volatile couple weeks in market activity, starting with CPI tomorrow, which is one of the biggest days. We'll have thousands of people here tomorrow at 8:30, so be sure to stick around. We definitely appreciate it, and we'll see if we get some good momentum. Tesla bouncing back pretty big short term here, so look at Tesla rise back up here. We'll see if it continues to bounce back. But you can see Tesla currently is bouncing up a little bit in pre. We still got about 20 minutes until the opening bell hits. 20 minutes. Yeah, sorry, Andre. All right, guys, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Hey, what's up, Justin? What's up, Justin? Could you explain your bias to Quant Tower? I just like Quant Tower better. It's subjective. I just like it better. I like the charts better. I think the charts are cleaner. BORR? Yeah, I can take it out. Check it out. It's a penny stock. It's a drilling company. I don't know enough about it, man. Well, yeah, Tesla's red on the day, Jeff, but it's bouncing back. Yeah. Request is kindly a friendly request here, guys. If I say something's bouncing back short term, it doesn't mean it's green on the day. You know, if I say something's dropping short term, it doesn't mean it's red on the day. Tesla's certainly red in pre-market, but the last 3 minutes we're seeing a bounce back. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're covering. You can kind of see it here. Do you think Exxon is a good buy now? I'm not sure. Oil is a little bit more volatile than typical. So like oil stocks can be a little bit more volatile and risky. Yeah, so on Top Step, let's talk about this deal real quick. Hold on. We are buying Tesla. We're actually riding Tesla up too. I'm gonna go and take a little bit more off here. Just lock that in. We got 15 shares left. We've just been riding it up all day. All right, so there's the market breaking over highs here. That looks good. Tesla is popping up some. We're gonna go ahead and lock in a little bit more here. Nice little green trade. Our average is 268.75. It's at 269.40 or so. So we're able to lock in some profit and just kind of walk away green on it. Go ahead and finish that. Market is bouncing here. We had the bull flag. We had the bounce. We'll see if it holds. Yeah, I mean, again, if I say something's popping, it doesn't mean it's flying up. Again, I might be talking about the last 5 minutes. I might be talking about the last 10 minutes. Usually the people that get the most upset are people who, like, if you're shorting Tesla and I say, hey, Tesla's bouncing back, you might be like, what? You know? And so those are usually the people that are like, nah, Tesla's red on the day. And it's like, yeah, it's red, but it's bouncing back short term. You know, Tesla has been moving back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the last 6 minutes. Tesla's been bouncing back up. It's one of the reasons the market is bouncing back up short term. You can kind of see that here. You know, so again, we'll see if it holds, but I just realized I was 45 minutes behind. Hey, welcome back. Hey, what's up, Tobias? Hey, good luck to you as well, brother. Thank you, man. You all think ES1 will continue on the uptrend of the market? I'm not sure. Again, I'm going to wait. I don't want to push too hard here. All right, guys, we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. All right, so market's dipping down some now. We cut Tesla. Yeah, welcome to the future, man. Back to the future. All right, guys. Market's very flat. I mean, we're still in the sideways range. We're watching a lot of stuff here. We're going to watch NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, Disney, Amazon, Google. We're going to watch. There's a couple penny stocks that are flying up over the last couple of days. One of them, man, I can't remember what it was. What was the penny stock that's up like 1,000% or something? One of them is up big. I can't remember what the symbol was, but one of them is up big. Again, CPI is going to be fun tomorrow. The whole market is a little bit more boring today. And again, it might be a sideways day because of CPI. So just be careful with what you push on. You know, again, it's very possible that we just get kind of sideways neutral activity right now. All right, pulling back in the market here, so we're flat now. $14 minutes until the market opens, guys. 14 minutes. Isn't going to be some data released today? Not today. Tomorrow is when the big data comes out. I don't think we have any big data today specifically here. I'll take a look. But I don't really think we have anything super big right now for reports today. It's mostly the week starts off Monday and Tuesday in terms of economic data is typically a pretty slow time. And so, you know, it's typically a pretty slow time. And so we don't really have much today, but Wednesday sparks it off with CPI. Thursday, we got jobless claims. We also have the Bank of Canada interest rate decision tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, so CPI interest rate decision for Canada tomorrow. And then Thursday, jobless claims, PPI, which is the producer price index. In inflation terms, there's two sides of that inflationary coin or token, right? One of them is consumer inflation. So how much prices are going up or down for consumers or buyers. The other one is seller inflation. So how much prices are going up or down for sellers is called PPI, the producer price index. That's a very relevant economic gauge as well, called PPI. That drops Thursday. So CPI is tomorrow, PPI is Thursday. Friday, we got bank earnings. And then next week, we got a bunch of earnings and economic data coming out too. So busy day, busy weeks ahead after today. And again, we'll cover it all like we always do. Again, subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell. I certainly appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to keep the growth up. Again, we get thousands of people tune into the big streams because we cover the data quickly here. So if you haven't already, hit the sub button. We're going to throw it in sub only mode. We appreciate it. NATO meeting in Europe. Interesting. All right, market's flushing down finally here. We got some red action coming through. Looks like my short would have worked if I would have stayed in it, but that's all right. We're going to wait until after the bell. Market's starting to flush down, though. Tesla finally pulling back a little bit. Apple dipping down to the bottom of that channel range we've had over the last 20 or 30 minutes. 12 minutes, guys, 12 minutes. I get a little bounce up after some red action. Looks like we cut our Tesla long at the perfect time. Any cool signals on Chart Prime? Yeah. Apple has been in a beautiful channel. One of the reasons I got into my Apple trade earlier, guys, if I pull it up here, is a channel that they showed me here. So if you look at this, again, Chart Prime Trading View Indicator Service, you can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. If we look at this, one of the reasons I got into Apple earlier is because of this channel. Look at how accurate they are. So they give you reversal signals. They show you where something is strong or weak. They show you actual candlestick patterns. So let's wait for it to load, and I'll show you guys the actual chart patterns, which are powerful. Let me make sure. Was it a 1 minute chart pattern? I'm trying to figure out. I just saw it. Let me find it again. Hold on. But yeah, starting to bounce back up a little bit. Let me put the 5 chart thing up. Hold on. There it is. Oh, it's the Market Dynamics Pro. Gotcha. Okay, so I had the wrong one up. So yeah, on the Market Dynamics Pro, which they show you reversal signals, all these different cool little things. Let's get the chart patterns off. Again, I really like they show you the rising wedge. This is a trade I took earlier from Chart Prime. But again, you can kind of see how accurate it is. Like, look at every indicator Chart Prime is giving you for Apple today, right? Strong buy here, that worked. You can see the rising wedge, and it's been following that wedge to a T. And this wedge has been on the chart for the last hour, I think, right? Reversal down, you get nice drops from the reversal signal. Bearish hammer candle here, you get a nice move while it's following the wedge the whole time. There's so many different things that you can use. Chart patterns, you can use these on long-term, short-term charts. It's like $35 a month right now too. $35 for the first month, that is. And so just very useful for what you get. Again, these reversal signals can be powerful too. Like, look at the reversal signal here. And again, when the reversal signal in multiple candlestick patterns shows up at once, it can be even better. And look at the huge bounce you get afterwards. Strong sell signal here, drops. Buy signal here, bounce. This one was wrong, but I mean, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different patterns, only one of them didn't work. And so very useful here, guys. Very useful. Again, $35 a month for Chart Prime. You can use it in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. I use it a lot with my futures and stock trades too. I can't just kind of show it to you all the time. I can't just show it to you that way, but again, it can be very, very powerful if you use it right. You just got to be smart and patient, I think, with it. And again, if you want to check it out, I'll put out the link in the description. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. Ford's interesting, but it's up a lot. I was buying Ford at 12s and 13s a couple months ago. So at $15, it's a hard sell for me. All right, guys, 8 minutes here. 8 minutes, team. Yeah, all good. Yeah, you can check out the link right there if you want to check out Chart Prime. Again, pretty useful. I can't guarantee you're going to make money. They're a sponsor of mine. I'm biased, but pretty useful. You can't trade Forex, Elijah. You can trade some currency. You can trade some currencies, though, that mimic Forex pairs. So it depends. You can trade basically some of the same things. That it's not actual Forex pairs, but it's currencies that are the same thing. But look it up is what I would do. I'm not sure exactly which ones. All right, guys, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. I'm going to short this a little bit too. We're going to short this little pop. We'll take 2 contracts here. I'm trading the E-mini, which is ESU3 is the current symbol contract for the E-mini, ESU3. It switches every quarter, and the latest one is ESU3. I'm not sure what the commissions are. I mean, these contracts are about $4,500 each. So this would be about a $9,000 position. It's one of the reasons funded account programs are useful is because you can kind of get rid of those buying power requirements. All right, so we're completely flat here. Hey, what's up, Lucid? I'm good, man. Tesla is bouncing up a little bit here. There we go. There's a breakdown. I'm going to take half off. We're up 75 when I took that profit. We got 1 contract left. I want to see if it breaks down a little bit more here. Try to be patient on the last one, but who knows? Yeah, a couple bucks per contract in and out. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not super expensive. Just depends on what you buy, though. All right, 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. All right, so we are bouncing back up. We're a little red now in the last remaining position here, but we did lock in some profit there. And again, I'm going to try to be a little bit more patient with this. CPI tomorrow is big. If I buy 10 shares at $45,000, it go at 45. It's not 45K. It's 45. Oh yeah, 45. Okay, yeah. Actually, you're right. I'm sorry. 45K. It goes up $3. Am I going to make $30? Yeah, probably. I mean, but you got to understand it moves much faster than that, right? So like just in this last candle, it's gone from 40 or no, you're gonna make okay. So look, here's one contract short, right, of the E-mini. It is against me about $1 right now. I'm down 25 bucks. You know, so it depends on what you're trading, but yes, every contract, every move per tick is $12.50 in profit or losses on the E-mini, but it varies according to contract. Hey, what's up? So every contract has a different price per tick movement. So like the E-mini, every tick up or down, it's $12.50 in profit or losses. If I got 4 contracts, it's 50 bucks a tick, because $12.50 times 4 is 50. If it's the regular NASDAQ, it's it's $5 a tick in the regular NASDAQ, but it moves really, really quickly, like really, really fast. So you don't want a ton of contracts there, or it's going to go against you very quickly if it can. The micro E-mini is like a smaller size version. It's $1.25 per tick, and so you can take much more contracts, kind of scale in, scale out for much less range, if that makes sense. So that's the futures market. All right, so again, we're pretty flat in this trade. We still got 2 minutes to hold. Yeah, no worries, man. All right, guys, here's the opening bell. Y'all be safe in the market. We still got about a minute and a half actually left, so we still got time. Slightly green in this trade. Tesla started to test lows. This might be good for the trade. I'm going to add a little bit more to this. Try to take a larger swing. I see Tesla start to break down ahead of the open. We still got about a minute left, and I might be able to take profit once ahead of that minute if we get good enough action here. I do want to cover some of this ahead of the opening bell, though, because, again, if it's after the opening bell, it can move against me quick. So we're going to take the risk, and then we might pay for it here. Because I know one thing, fills are not going to be that great after the opening bell because there's so much liquidity and volume coming in. All right, guys, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. There we go. All right, so it paid off. There's 12. Yeah, it paid off. All right, so we just took profit. We probably made an extra $100 there. So nice. So that's the risk paid off. We got 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. Make sure you hit the live button next to the play button to make sure you're fully caught up on stream as well. Here goes the opening bell, guys. Market's starting to flush a little bit at the open. All right, so there's the opening bell, guys. There's the green action. There's the opening bell. I don't know if it's green action or not. Market's starting to flush a little bit at the open. Got some time. Starting a green move up here. Consolidating. Tesla testing lows now. Apple is down at the opening bell. Apple starting to flush down, break down a little bit here, but the market's actually popping up. Here's the S&P starting to rib back up some. Sorry, let me not exaggerate. It's starting to move back up some. I won't say rip. I know people are going to get mad. Consolidation. Got some doji candles here. All right, Apple filling the entire gap. Apple about to go red on the day. This makes me want to short. I'm going to go and take one contract here short. I see Tesla start to flush back down. I'm going to take two contracts now short. We built up a cushion ahead of the opening bell. But I do see a lot of red action. There's Apple start to flush back down. So you can see how fast contracts can go against me here. Wow. And I'm going to have to cut. So we just lost 200 there very quickly. It's all right. Like I said, this is a big account. And so we were up like 3,000 or 4,000 in profit on this account. And so we're about halfway to get funded. And so a loss there is fine. We were looking at Apple breaking down and Tesla breaking down, but we didn't break down fast enough, and that's okay. Apple is looking really weak here, so I'm surprised the market's pushing up with Apple going so weak on the day right now, because Apple's very weak. Apple broke all the way down, broke the lows of broke the previous closing price. It went red on the day in the last 4 minutes here. So I'm surprised the S&P is pushing up as much as it is. Apple's such a heavily weighted stock that a lot of my trading plans and ideas are based around blue chip strength or weakness. Getting a little flush down here. We'll see if Apple and some other stocks follow it. Tesla's starting to creep down here. See what Tesla does if it breaks these lows or what happens here. Tesla's starting to creep down, break lows. Apple's still surging down here, looking very weak on the day. See what everything else does. Apple just testing lows again here, guys. So, wow. Tesla finally starting to bounce a little bit. Tesla is bouncing up some here. See if it holds. Apple starting to flush still. Finally moving back up some. Testing the previous closing price will be interesting though. And so Apple popped over lows. Tesla is really what's dragging the market up currently here, team. So Tesla is moving the market up. Apple bouncing back up too. Look at Tesla. Tesla rebounded all the way back up. Broke highs at 270s for Tesla. Tesla broke highs at 270s. Moving back up now. Again, I'm just waiting for some trades. Tesla up to 270 plus. It's weird. It's almost like they're moving against the S&P. So like Apple starts to rebound, Tesla starts to rebound, the S&P goes down. So again, we're just waiting. We'll see if Apple rejects at the VWAP here. It could. And there's some dips. Apple testing the volume weighted average price now. Nvidia ripped at the opening bell for sure. NASDAQ. Tesla finally pulling back a little bit now after a big bounce at the opening bell. Is it worth it to buy a dip here? See if the trend holds. All right, guys, less than 10 minutes after the opening bell. We're trying to let it settle before we make some buys here. Back to the top of the range for the E-mini. Let's see if we pop over highs or what happens here. A little pullback here. This kind of looks strong. Apple did reject under the volume weighted average price though. So Apple is down under the VWAP here, correcting back down to the bottom a little bit. Yeah, see, I thought it looked a little strong. We'll see if it holds now. But again, it's going to depend on what Tesla and Apple do now. Apple testing VWAP now, retracing back up a little bit. Tesla is putting in a little bit of a flag pattern almost on the upside. Anything else that looks interesting today, team? You got to make sure you're putting in the right order, Elijah. I'm not sure what to do there. Disney moving up? Is it really? It is. Wow. Nice for Disney. Hey, cool. Go ahead and lock in a little profit there for Disney. There we go. Market's looking strong here. Tesla rising. We got a nice little upward trend. Man, Disney testing the highs again. I'm going to have to lock in some profit there too. Probably let the rest ride here for Disney, I guess. Big, large pullback here 10 minutes after the opening bell. Big red action coming through here. Market looks pretty weak. Big breakdown, large, very large breakdown here. Market's looking very weak, reversing to the downside here. Luckily, we took some profit on Disney. A big breakdown here. Wow. Market's looking even weaker here, starting to test those lows, break it down even more now. Wow. Huge breakdown here. Crazy. Big retracement back down. After a huge string of red action here, guys, big breakdown. See if the market holds its gains on the downside or what. Disney came all the way back down and now it's bouncing all the way back. Might short this a little bit. Take 2 contracts here short. I have about 50. See if it just corrects a little bit to the downside here. All right, so we're up a little bit, tracing back. A little bounce. I might add one more to this, but I'm going to keep it pretty close and tight here. Looking for just a surge down real quick. All right, so again, we're slightly red here. Now we're flat. Green, 75. All right, we just took half off, locked it in. Disney's all the way back up testing the highs. 1 contract left. back to where we're pretty much flat on the trade. Big bounce back. We're probably pretty flat now. I like the retracement. I want to give it time. A lot of the time we'll retrace back. I might even add to this here. I'm going to take 2 contracts here and add to this and see if we retrace back down more. Maybe it was a bad move, but I want to give it time. I still think it has time to drop. There we go. Dropping back down. All right, we're about flat now in the trade. Probably green a little bit relative to taking profits. There we go. 2 contracts. See if we fall more. Up a little bit, not a lot. There we go. All right, we'll take a little bit, another half off. And lock that in and just take a green trade there. I'll take it. Green is good. Depends on if the market keeps green here, guys. We'll see if it holds, but Disney's testing highs of the day again at 88.90s. That looks good. A lot of chop. It's not super surprising that we're getting sideways neutral activity today because of CPI tomorrow. A lot of traders are going to be a little bit more apprehensive today with everything going on. Might short this a little bit more here. I like the downward pressure. 1 contract though. I like the upwick momentum. That looks weak. Let's see if we get some red action rolling through. Disney's still surging up though. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons we're green. All right, there's the flush breakdown. Nice. See if we can milk a little bit more from this trade. Don't retrace. Go down. There we go. All right, we're kind of flat. Doji candle here. Indecision. Luckily, we've made enough from this to where we don't have to worry about it super heavy. I could add a little bit more to this and let it play the range, but it's going to make me a little bit more emotional about it, so I'd rather just not. Apple looks weak here, though, so if I do add, we might have that in the books. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add to this. I see a couple different blue chip stocks start to break down here. It's weird, though. Apple looks weak. Tesla looks weak. But we push up right before it, almost like a stop-loss hunt. But all right, there we go. We're green. Flush a little bit more. We'll take profit here on one of them. Flat. Green again. Flat. There we go. All right, we took half off there. Locked in a little bit. Pretty neutral day for me here. Look at that move down. There we go. That's nice. A lot of indecision right now. I mean, we had that big breakdown and now we're just kind of quiet. But it's weird. Like, you also see Tesla break lows, Apple break lows, Tesla testing lows, but everything else is moving up. Weird. Disney's starting to test highs again at 88.90s here. We'll give it time to hold. There's a breakdown again. Nice. I want to give it time. This might squeeze some shorts out. Or some longs out, I mean. Just bouncing back and forth, back and forth. I like the trade, but if this doesn't work out, it's just going to mean the market's flat, which is very possible ahead of CPI. You know, market could just be sideways. Just not really super favorable for us here. There we go. There's a breakdown. I'm going to go ahead and just cut it there and lock in the profit. Could be worse. We finally got a breakdown starting to happen. Maybe we'll get a larger one. See if we continue that downward trend that everybody's looking for. Catch back up on chat. Should have bought more Disney yesterday. Yeah, Disney just broke highs at 88.90s. Looks good. I'm not super emotional. I'm just kind of riding the positions back and forth. Sometimes there's always emotion that comes with it. Disney up to 88.92. Just broke highs of the day. And there's a flush down coming. If you haven't already, guys, again, check out TopStep, funded account program and futures. Cheapest way to learn how to trade where you're not putting up too much risk. But if you pass it and you're good enough, you get a lot of the rewards of a funded trader where you get to keep 10,000 of your first profit, 90% split afterwards. Great deal. And again, the base package is only $49 right now. So it's the cheapest I've ever seen them. They are a sponsor of mine. I'm biased in their favor, but I'm opening a bunch of these accounts and just swinging with some of them. And if you want to check it out, here is the link. Again, great way to get exposure to day trading without much risk. I'm just starting. I have Rivn 20 cents shares. So I sell. I'm not sure, man. Good luck. I'm not going to tell you yes or no ever there, though. The market's so neutral right now. At least the SPY is. I mean, you can see Tesla start to bounce back up to 269s. But the E-mini is flat. It's just going up and down, up and down. It's been doing that since 8:45, 9:45 market time. So it's been doing that for the last 7 or 8 minutes where we're very, very, very neutral. Maybe we break the top or bottom of the range. For now, we're just kind of sitting tight. We had that big breakdown. I think a lot of people are going to try to piggyback off of the breakdown after it happened. But again, the market's just kind of sideways. That was the trade idea, at least, is we had that big breakdown. We waited for a little bounce. We were going to see if we could piggyback off of that move. But the market is just boring. Still testing the top of that range. Tesla is surging up a little bit. Apple's still consolidating. Disney, one of the stronger ones today. Anything else better going in the NASDAQ? Hey, my guy K, thank you, man. Is the NASDAQ doing anything better? Because I don't think it is. SPY alert. Disney up there to the highs again. Lucid today. If you're having problems with Webull, check out our sponsor Moomoo JCW. You get 15 free stocks if you open up an account and deposit over $1,000. If you open up an account and deposit over 100, you get 5 free stocks. If you open up an account and deposit over 5K, you get 16. 15 previous free stocks plus a free share of Google or Tesla. And great news, great options, zero commission, open the entire time in pre-market, great scanners. Again, it rivals Webull. I think it's a little bit better. But again, I'm biased. But check them out. Link pinned to the top of the chat if you haven't seen it already. Watching Disney still test these highs here. Again, we've been pretty flat. We got into a couple trades, but we're still slightly down on the day. We're just kind of waiting for something to happen here. The market's been in this range for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Basically 15 minutes now the market's been in this range. Tesla looks flat on the day. Apple's really red. And again, we're just kind of sitting tight. Market's looking pretty weak now. Here we go, big breakdown. See if it flushes a little bit more here. Disney's still testing tops. We might short into this little bounce. Take 2 contracts here short. See if we can figure something out. But if not, I'm okay with just not having a super green day today, having a slightly red day. Green days aren't going to be every day, that's for sure. I like the weakness. We pulled all the way back to the bottom of the range, tested it like we were going to break down. So we'll see if we bounce a little bit here and then flush down. That's what we want to happen, and we'll see if we get it. But could be just choppy day ahead of CPI inflation data tomorrow. Tomorrow's the biggest day of market activity out of the entire month. We'll have thousands of people here. Disney breaking highs again, breaking $89, trying to get up to $89+ a share here. I'll go ahead and lock in a little bit more profits on the rest. All right, well, this trade's going against me. It looks like we're still confirming that range, unfortunately. I was hoping we might get a flush breakdown of it. It's still early, but yeah, it doesn't look like this one's going for me. Gonna cut this one pretty soon. It could be a worse day. We're down like maybe $300 or $400 in this account. And again, this is an account we're up 3 or 4K in, so we got the cushion that we need to lose this much. Pushing all the way back to the top of that range. Just choppy market activity. I'm probably going to cut it. We're going to give it one more second. Famous last words, and then we're going to cut it if it breaks this high right here. Just very flat market. Not really the best to day trade. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get out there. Unfortunate, man. The market's just not really giving us any good range. And so with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bow out of the day. CPI's tomorrow. Yeah, I was hoping this would be a bear flag, but it's all good. Again, some days are just not good for market activity, and today's one of those days. CPI tomorrow, inflation data coming out, so it's going to be a little bit choppier than you might expect it to be today. Yeah, I'm going to close it down. Again, we're green in a lot of stuff, and so we'll be okay. If you haven't already, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. Check out Top Step, funded account program and futures. They give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target while following the rules, they fund you between 50K up to 150K with a 90% split. Great way to test yourself. It genuinely builds you into a better trader. They have free funding coaches, all that good stuff. And the biggest sale ever, $49 for the base combine. $49 for the base combine is in effect today. And so it's a pretty solid deal, guys. If you haven't already, check it out. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel is to check out Top Step. You can find the link to that in the description. You can also check out Chart Prime. A lot of cool stuff from Chart Prime lately. You can check out the link to that in the description as well. Definitely appreciate the love and support, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck. Big day tomorrow, CPI day. I'll see you. Y'all be safe.